All right, we're going to keep the excitement rolling in the next presentation. So Jim Flanigan, come on up. All right. Jim has 20 plus years of experience as an association executive, and this has given him the opportunity to be the change agent in many of the associations and organizations he's worked for. His current role is as the director of marketing with the Society of Critical Care Medicine, and he feels the greatest threat to organizations is stagnation. Sitting still is not something that he does very well, and he counts himself in the small minority of people that have visited Denali National Park, having seen the top of Mount McKinley. Pretty cool. And today he's going to give us Innovation's Eulogy.
Thank God I'm now relaxed. We're here to remember the dearly departed. We remember them in old photos or scratchy videos, and we also remember the life's lessons from a life well lived. It's always the same. Things start off with great possibility, and in an early age we find success. Eventually we take some risks in life. Some of them work and some of them don't work, and eventually, sure, hard work and leadership get recognized, but as time goes by, age catches up, muscles atrophy, vision fails, and we fall and break our hips. Oh dear. How many of us could easily use that to describe the beginning of the end for the associations we work for? Eulogies are not about the dead, they're about the living. They're about you and the lessons we need to live from the eulogies that we give. This is the look on our faces many times when we have chronic problems of unbalanced leadership, faltering vision, clogged decision making, weak choices, and splintered volunteer workforces. What are we going to change about that? In associations, we have not just one birth to life cycle, but generation after generation who come up through and hopefully evolve, and if they don't, really it's just Groundhog's Day playing over and over again for us. So to think about evolution, we think about Darwin and the survival of the fittest, but he said it's not the strongest, nor is it the most intelligent that survive, but the most adaptable to change that eventually evolve. When we think of ourselves in associations, we benchmark ourselves against strong balance sheets and smart strategy, but we never benchmark ourselves against things like adaptability, nimbleness, and the ability to deal with change. It's no wonder that we find ourselves not able to evolve. In the book Where Good Ideas Come From, Steve Johnson equates evolution with innovation. If we're to evolve, we need to innovate. But if we're going to innovate, we need to do things very differently than associations are used to doing now. Our homogeneous memberships are our strength. They're the reasons why people came together, similar demographics and interests. But in order to evolve, we need to be able to expose ourselves to different cultures and different ideas. We like to plan in symmetrical ways in the future that's very predictable. But in fact, the future is more chaotic than that. It's nearly impossible to plan for the future. We need decision-making structures that allow us to change as the environment changes. Associations are all about quick action and staying on course and staying on plan, but a lot of times the ideas don't work that way. They need to age a little bit, like a fine wine. And though we rarely make mistakes, we always find a way to maybe deflect that to somebody else. In fact, we need to be embracing mistakes, pointing them out, embracing them as ways to learn and evolve. It's all the things that make associations strong and unique that work against us. Our stability, our similarity of memberships, our strong balance sheets ultimately trip us up and throw us for a loop. So the choice for all of you today is very clear. You can stay on the clear path out of the forest where it's nice and bright, or you can veer to the left and go deeper into the forest and take some risks and have the association you work for take some risks as well. Start with yourself. Be like a bee and start cross-pollinating. If you listen to Fox News, how about a little MSNBC? Do you like steak? try a little sushi. If Brahms is the way you like to listen, how about a little Bono? Find a way, at least one way your organization can change so that you can make a quick decision and change rapidly. It doesn't need to require everybody. Give one power the person to make a decision to change direction for your organization so you can be far more innovative. Next time you have an important decision to make, don't make it. Wait. Slow down. It might seem urgent at the time. It'll wait. When you decide to make that decision, give it the time it needs to come to the right resolution. And you need to find a way to embrace failure. After all, Dr. James Dyson failed 5,127 times before he came across his ultimate invention. Do you measure the number of mistakes you have? Do you reward your staff for that? The choice is yours. At the very least, if you don't make that choice, make sure you plan the funeral in your next strategic plan and make sure there's a budget line item for a nice casket.
Very good.